We're back! DevLog 16. Maybe. I've also realized something. So I've been editing my YouTube videos for the Gravity Circuit playthrough that we've been doing for the community. And I really don't like that I just wear a tank top. I want to start looking a little nicer. But I think the open tank top look looks okay. So I've got like this cozy look going on. So I've got dress shirt, tank top, and then pajama bottoms. And I feel like it looks like he's professional, but he's comfortably professional. We got the music, we got everything. Yeah, no, it's pretty sick. Ooh, returning chatter. Tank top to show the guns. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, dude. I can still just do this, though. I can just pull back and be like, sleeper build. Get some. Oh, hell yeah. How you doing? How is everyone? I also would like to apologize to the community because when we streamed Gravity Circuit yesterday, I did not hit the notification announcement in Discord. We still averaged like 5-6 viewers, and it was a really fun stream. But like that could have been like, dude, man's looking schmancy. Thank you. So I am really good, and just real quick, talk about stream goals. So today we're storyboarding. Basically the idea, I can do like a goofy, like fun MS Paint for this to just kind of explain how I'm feeling right now. So we will hit the MS Paint. So nope, that is too dark or too bright. But basically this is kind of the issue that I'm having, right? Is I know how to code this room. And I know how to set up all my enum variables and stuff now. Like we've set up like, you know, the enum to have its like different values of 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, like I've got all this figured out. Like this is good. I can like set up macros if I want to, but I'm not going to. So the thing is, all of the coding is online. Thanks to Marzo teaching me how to do create instance layer, me doing a little bit of research to figure out how to set up my game. Like I'm setting up a lot of my game files in a script now. So when the game launches, there's like a script that's compiled before, like, while the game is compiling, the script is compiled. It's no longer an object that's tracking all the resources. For my smaller games, I can get away with this just putting it into a script that like sets the screen resolution, loads the audio files, sets up the enum, sets up the global variables, and then like everything is like pew pew. So like the coding makes sense. The problem now is that even though I have a rough idea of how I want the game to go with the choices and everything, there's still a little bit of inconsistency. So I kind of want to grab all of my notes and kind of start working on the actual lore of the game. Like, what, like, so the whole idea, the plot right now of the Choose Your Own Adventure is that you are told by your elder that the Black Dawn, which is known as like a world-ending calamity, is set to happen sometime in the next week or like in the near future. And so the whole idea is that you are supposed to gather research and talk to everyone in your community to figure out when and how to stop the Black Dawn. And what the player learns after playing the game a single playthrough is that today is the day that the world is ending. So like you are starting on the morning of the day and the dawn of the, like it's literally Majora's Mask, but with one day where it's like run around, do stuff, but then the world is going to blow up and you're going to die. And so I've got that much figured out. And I've got like these like antagonists that are playing against the player. And the whole idea is that everything kind of just hits you in the face. But the more playthroughs you do, you understand that there's more going on. So that it's like, oh, like it's part of a bigger thing. Because there's like a canon ending that you can get and all this stuff. So I kind of want to like work on the story. So it might be a little spoilery. So if I have a lower viewer count today because people don't want to be spoiled for the game, I'm totally okay with that. And I'm still kind of fine-tuning a couple things, like, I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, so I'll just bring it up real quick, just to kind of make a point to you guys. But to properly answer no playing, no game, I'm awesome. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate it. I also haven't forgot that I want to play Aqua Dreamscape, sorry, I fucked up its name. It's on my list. I put it into indie games. Aqua Dream, there it is. I haven't forgotten that I want to play this. Long story short, I'm kind of still figuring out my Twitch schedule for everything, because right now I'm doing 2 days of game dev and then 1 day of playing indie games. Right now we're doing a playthrough of Gravity Circuit, but I think after that, Griffin made Crash Diet Simulator, and I want to play that. And then after that, I want to do Aqua Dream. And then we're probably going to do a Terraria playthrough. And then I'm probably going to go back to like kind of that flow of like a big indie game and do a playthrough, like an episodic playthrough for YouTube, and then do like a couple smaller indie games by other smaller developers like us to be like, oh, cool, like let's make these games and share them and stuff. So exciting stuff. But I want to basically just show you guys something real quick. So since we haven't added audio to the game yet, which is nice. Hey, it's my girlfriend. Guys, look, it's the girl in chat. Look. That's her. She's saying hi. Hi, girlfriend. And don't worry, babe. I've got water. I had a smoothie. And I ate chili. So we're good. Is Gao's game done, Jonas? If Gao's game is done, or if he has a playable sample, I will 100% throw that on stream. I would love to play Gao's game on stream. For like 2 weeks, still one more week off. Might come in a bit more when I'll start again. Oh. Oh. Wait, where are you going in the USA? Like, if you don't mind me doxing you. Like, I want to know where you're going. If you say Seattle, I'm going to be like, dude, let's meet up. No, you might have a busy weekend. I don't want to, like, impose that. Sorry, let me get to my point, though. ADHD is just going crazy. I'm going to read your message in just a sec, Jonas. I just want to open this up. So, when you play the game, right now, I've got this like section up here that tells you like what location you're in. I think I still want to keep that so players can figure out like, oh, these set of choices take me to the ruins, or these set of choices take me to the outskirts and stuff, you know, just to make it easier. But I think that I might start utilizing the second section over here, because there's going to be like different items and stuff that the player can acquire. Like you can have different people join you, like party members. There's like different items you can get. There's different abilities you can like. I don't want to sell that. That's not a selling point of the game. There's two people that can end up joining you at separate occasions, so it'd just be very cool to highlight that. There is one item that you can get that is part of the canon ending, and then there is one ability that you can get that is also part of the canon ending. And I just think having like a little section up here on the top, almost like a little HUD, to be like, oh, like, look, this is what you currently have. Like, Maythorn is with you. You have item 1, but you don't have item 2, and Allium's not with you, and have them, like, dimmed out, just so that the player can kind of, like, be like, okay, what run am I on? Do I have these items? Do I not have these items? And I think that that would be cool. And I feel like it would utilize the space a little bit better, and it wouldn't be hard coding wise, because it would literally just be a very simple if statement, draw this, if not, draw this other thing, and then literally just have that object. We haven't started making all the rooms yet, so if I keep that code in and then I duplicate all the rooms with that code, then I don't have to fuck with that object. You know, that's just a parent object that just exists in multiple instances that's persistent. Okay, getting back to chat. Hold on. My chat's not scrolling, that's really annoying. Okay, no, he created a Steam page today, so that's, oh my god. Holy shit, that's awesome. So we're not too far off then. I didn't realize that Gao was that close to having it. That's amazing. Yeah, when it's further along, Jonas, like, let me know. I'll talk to Gao, and, like, I don't mind paying for it if he wants to give me a Steam key. That's cool, too, but, like, even though I only have, like, 100 people in a Discord, I'll give him that publicity and play the shit out of his game. It looks Zelda-esque, and I'd love that. At Bay Harbor, I'm not sure if I know where that is. Wait, Bar Harbor? Where is Bar Harbor? Also, hi, Mike. Oh, he's going to Maine, guys. He's too far away from me. I can't throw a rock that far. But yeah, thank you, Jonas. Okay, so my point is, like, we might draw some icons for up here, too. I feel like that might be the best way to use that space to its full totality, because I like this down here. This exists for the special option. Basically, the player's going to... hold on. Why not? Yeah, true. I'm just being trash by not throwing a rock to Maine from Washington State. Look at me. I've got guns, but, like, I'm not, like, even guns have got their limits, you know? I can't. Okay, sorry. So, spoilers are coming in. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, I totally respect if you walk away, but spoilers are going to start in, like, 3, 2, 1. Okay, game spoilers coming in. So one of the paths is going to give you basically everyone in Twilight Coast Keep in mind, my game is all like a colored region of the 9 main colors. So there's like white, black, and then the color spectrum. Indigo's whole thing is that they are mystics that have the ability to see into small glimpses into the future. It's not time travel, because time travel destroys stories and gets convoluted, but they are like time seers, where they can like peer slightly into the future, where they're kind of like prophets, oracles. They can kind of like see little glimpses of stuff. So there's going to be a spell that you can get on one of the playthroughs where if you bring one of the other NPCs with you, Allium or Maythorn, and you bring them to the ruins of the Forgotten King, because you can like do a field study on the ruins by yourself, or you can go to town and have a party member come with you. And if you bring Maythorn, who's smarter than Allium, with you, you're able to beat the king's riddle and you get access to the spell. You can give it to Maythorn, and that's one of the endings where Maythorn is like, I've lived 1,000 lives, and like, we're not safe, and we have to go. And Maythorn becomes the main hero, and then you are the side, like, you're his side character, and he becomes the protagonist. Not the canon ending, but it's a good ending. The other one is when you pick it, this option down here becomes unlocked across all screens, because it's the ability to dilate time back to the start of the game. Because normally when you reset the game, like if you die or you live and it's like restart game or return to title, either of those values set all of your numeric values. So secret ending value, like understanding that the Black Dawn happened, understanding that the white soldiers are attacking the island, understanding that the Forgotten King's constructs are like basically an anti-doomsday device, but because they were built 1,000 years ago, they just start walking through town and wrecking shit. It's like you lose all that data. But every time you have one of those endings happen, or you go down one of those endings, you get that data temporarily, where it's like, you understand that the Black Dawn is happening today. But then when you die and go restart game and don't have time dilate, you're playing a fresh Aster, so you don't have that knowledge. But when you get this ability down here to dilate time, you get to hold your numeric value and go back, and now it's like, oh my god, I know the Black Dawn is happening, and like, I have to do something with this. And that also starts you on the canon ending to basically go talk to the elder of your city and be like, hey, this is happening. And then he's like, hey, you need to go back like 5 minutes in time and tell myself this thing. And then you basically dilate, you go back, you tell him the thing, and then he's like, okay, now that I know that you're Gucci, you need to go do all these different things, and you need to figure out everything that's happening. So then you have to go figure out that the Forgotten King's constructs are going to accidentally destroy the town. You have to find out that the Black Dawn's happening, and you have to find out that the King's army is attacking the island because he's worried about the Black Dawn basically contaminating the island, and then it's spreading like a zombie plague. And so once you go through all the endings, dilating with this, and you go back to Anther, he basically tells you like, okay, so we're basically fucked, and the Black Dawn is going to create like an amnesic fog where everyone like becomes like brain dead, and that the constructs are going to basically build like a giant stasis to keep everyone safe. And so Anther tells you in the canon ending, like, you can't save us now. You need to leave that island with Allium and Maythorn, and you need to go see if you can find help outside. Here's someone I know that might help. And that's the canon ending. And so in order to do all of that, you have to get this little time dilate spell and go explore half of the endings in the game. But for a normal player, if you just want to play the game like once or twice and be like, oh, that was a cute ending, or oh, that's a cute ending, that's really cool, that was really fun, bop, bop, it up, bop, you know, you can do that. But I intentionally am designing the game to be... Right, exactly. Thank you, Link. I appreciate that. So the whole idea is that it is a choose your own adventure game, but because I am building this canonically in universe of my dream game, I'm using this as like a stepping point to build some of the lore. So I've got all the code figured out. I just need to finish fleshing out all the choices of like, here's the dialogue, here are the options, here are the branches that it leads to. And so that is low-key what we're going to work on today for like the next hour or so. So I actually have some of this figured out. We have a couple too many NPCs because this was from Aster's the original Chromatic call. That was way too big. I don't need cheap viewers. Get him out of here. I do really need to... someone was telling me about this where it's like you can pin that Steam Boo is a bannable phrase, and if I do that, it'll get rid of the bots. So I might do that. But yeah, so basically what we're going to work on today is just kind of fleshing out the branches. So I had some of this drawn out, so hold on. I got to grab my notepad real quick that I didn't grab earlier because I just got home from work. Ooh, that's community feedback. We need that too. I'm still here, guys. I just have to grab my backpack. Grab my backpack. Does Dilate open up the canon ending, or can you accidentally fall into the ending by sheer luck? Dilate opens up the path for you to start following, because the idea is that to encourage the player's curiosity, here, I'll show you again real quick. This is actually pretty important to understand conceptually. So, start adventure. You can see that there's this option here where it's like, explore other branches to unlock this choice. So there's a lot of things like this. When you go to certain branches, there is this because it's locked by either the enum value that's following 4 values for the true canon ending, or by having any of those numeric values like, you know that the Black Dawn is happening today, and so, like, one of the options that might open up with Maythorn or something is like, dude, we need to leave town right now. You don't understand, but, like, somehow I can prove that, like, a meteor is about to fall and kill us. We need to leave right now. There's no time, you know. Or the White Knights, like, when you go to, like, you might go to the Knights, and they might be like, we're totally gonna kill them. And so then it's like, no, Jonas, you don't want those viewers. Those are bad viewers. You want real viewers. You want Jonas brand viewers. Jonas grade viewers. But, like, so the idea is that those 3 values of, like, the Knights attacking, the Forgotten King stuff, and the Black Dawn, the Queen's Comet, like, all 3 of those, like, things. If you basically go through one of those endings and then you dilate and then go back to it, you can be like, oh, wait, like, this has happened, or I know that this is going to happen. And so I'm making sure to be careful with scope creep, because for the most part, those 3 values are just tied to the true ending. So this, more than anything, is kind of clickbait to get people to be like, wait, there's other options. If I play the game enough, I can find options. Because, like, here, it's like, if you click this, and then let's say we click it again, it takes us to the title screen, right? But now when we click this and go back, look, now there's another option that's opened here. And now we can time dilate, and it, like, I've totally, like, botched the code. Like, I haven't botched the code, but I need to, like, move shit around so that you can, like, see what's going on. But that's the idea, is that by having certain branches locked and being like, you have to go do other stuff to find this, it'll make people be like, wait, how do I unlock this? How do I do this? You know, like, look, a secret choice. And you click that, and game over. You escaped the peril of the Twilight Coast. You know, which means, like, you got away and you didn't die, you know, and then return to tile screen. And if you do that, if you return to tile screen, see, we lost the value, so now it's locked again. And then if we go through this again, it's there. And then there. Secret choice. Game over, you lost. But now if we go time dilate, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to figure out all this code. I promise it's working. We sat down and we worked on it, but I decided that I didn't want to get caught up in this little tangle of code until I actually started having story to tie to it, because having the same exact text here and the same location name up here without other stuff going on, very confusing to try to do coding with. So we're gonna abort, we're gonna close that, we're gonna work on our story now. So we're gonna go here, and we still got a little bit of board space here. So, I didn't grab the right composition, but you son of a biscuit. Oh, my backpack's right here. We're good. That's what I wanted. Hell yeah. Practice game ideas. A volume written by Prism Rainbow. Wait, is this where I wrote it? Yes. Okay. I'll start scripting this up in a second. I just gotta get, like, a little bit started. It might be a slower, like, more chill stream. But, actually, we should probably get a Google Doc going as well. Hold on. That means that I should turn on... Where's the side monitor? Side monitor is not currently active. Where are you? Device not connected or available. What? Is that going to connect it to this one? Oh, I don't want it to connect to that one. Is it going to connect to... Wait, no, I do want it to connect to that one. Or do I? Yeah, and then I can go and put this there, right? Now I just can't see the OBS stuff, but that's okay. No, chill streams are the best. I'm gonna get dark mode again because I don't want to keep blasting your guys' eye holes out, because I hate not dark mode stuff. Okay, so... Masters Awakening Dialogue. Okay. So... let's see what we got so far. Oh, man. Okay, so ruins his... Okay, so field study. History, collaborate. Okay, so that's gonna be our first thing. So we want to go. I'm gonna delete this, and we are just gonna start drawing some shit. Are you guys ready? So we are gonna start here. So this is gonna be our origin point. So you get your little bit of story, and then it comes down to here, and you get your first choice, which is like, how do you want to study today? You just learned that the world is gonna possibly end. And I'm now finalizing these choices, and I'm very excited with this finalization because basically, origin here is going to tell you about the world very gently and basically tell you, yo, you just found out that the world is going to end. That stuff is not super good. How do you want to study today? And then it's like, you can study through collaboration. I can't spell. Holy shit. How do you spell collaboration? Wait. Collaboration? Whoa, wait. Collaboration. Is that it? Is that right? Am I goofy? Collaboration. Collaboration. There we go. God, that was awful. Okay. It wasn't O. Collaboration. There we go. Okay, well, we're off to a terrible start. Collaboration. How does the game recognize dilation? Does selecting the option open a new route entirely that saves your previous playthrough? I guess I'm asking how the values are referenced after dilating. So that's a really good point. So basically, there is an enum. So basically how it works is when the game starts, I'm going to draw this and then delete this. This is just a really good question. I want to explain it. So when you first start the game, so an enum basically stores numeric values as text. So like your first value is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we're doing is enum value 0 for true ending is actually dot none, meaning that you have done none of the prerequisites. So dot none means nothing. And then when you get to the first part of the ending, it'll go dot dilate or time traveler or dot time or something like that. So we'll do dot dime. Sorry. So when you get to this point, so basically what happens is once you do the ending that unlocks time dilating, you're basically just increasing this value from 0 to 1. And then there's a bunch of if statements that exist that go, that there's going to be an object persistent in every room that goes, if this enum value is greater than or equal to 1, or in some cases, there will be some instances that only happen when it is. So it'll either be like, if enum is 1 or greater, or if enum, you know, equals 1, then this other thing can happen. And I can literally set it in one of two, so I can go, if the enum is greater than or equal to 1, destroy instance A and create instance B. But then I can make another if statement that goes, if this is not met, then destroy instance B and create instance A. And so that way, instance A is, this option is locked. Explore more branches to figure it out. And option B is, use time dilation. And so it's not actually like, yeah. Ooh, yeah. This would be good short material, wouldn't it? Okay. But yeah, enums can be used really well to like track like quest progress, where it's like enum 0, because like you have to do it like in its full totality. You have to go like enum space, like you just do a space, and then you do the name. So like, let's say for here we go quest in all capital letters. So then like you'd have like your bracket here, and then you do all of your values. So you do like none, comma, start, you know, and then comma, maybe there's like a trial of some kind, right? Trial, comma, and then maybe like the quest end, right? And then you can just do an end bracket here. So now what I've done here with enum quest is I have assigned all these values without actually having to, because for me and for a lot of people, it's like when you have a longer thing, like this enum could be 30 entries long, right? And by having names for them, for me to be like, oh, this is where the quest starts. This is where one of the characters dies. This is where there's a boss fight. Then I can go, when I'm recalling this, I can literally just go enum. Wait, no, I'll do it over here. Enum quest And you can do this as lowercase, as like a variable. So you can basically be like, you know, your quest variable, when you first like prioritize your variable, you can be like quest equals in caps quest. And then you do dot and then any of these values here. So like when you start the game, you probably want it to be at quest value equals none, right? So now what you've done is you're saying quest equals this 0. So quest equals 0. You did it. You have stabilized this. And then as things happen and go on, then I think I'm running out of room over there. Oh, I want more room. Father, can I please have some more room? Father, please. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Father. So then from here, you'd be like enum quest in lowercase for your variable, right? So at this point, oh, dude, I should be coloring this different colors too. Oh, that'll be for next time. So when you get enum 1, you open new options. Yes. And do each choice create a specific enum for options with multiple branches, like a value for choosing branch 2 versus 3? Yes. So basically, once you get your quest enum to be like, you know, capital quest dot start, right? So this is set the value to 1. So now somewhere else with my objects, I go if quest. Oh, I wish I could draw faster. I gotta get better like pirate software. Let's go. So this is your lowercase. So this is your variable, right? So this should be like all blue. So it's like if quest. Again, this is for Game Maker. So for anyone who's not using Game Maker watching this, I apologize. So if quest equals, and then our enum will be red to be like quest in capitals dot start. So now what you're basically doing with this is you're going if my value equals 1, and now you can have this other value happen, and it could exactly be create instance layer. Like here, I'll even show, you got me all riled up on this now. Let me reopen Game Maker real quick. It does? Okay, cool. I just wasn't sure, Jonas, and I didn't want to be like, look, I automatically know that this translates when it doesn't, you know, but like, I'm going to just show you like the live example real quick so you can understand what happened, Mikey. I got you. You got me all fired up about the code, I know. It's really fun. So where did I do this? Parent objects? I think origin objects. Time dilate. Here we go. So this is what happens. If global.true ending, so this is our variable, but it's global, so it's purple, equals true ending dot none, then destroy object dilate, and then instance create layer, and this is just what layer of instances it is on our room. We don't need to worry about that right now. But like it goes create layer, object choice locked. So this is basically saying if you have no progress on the true ending, and we can see that because of this textual numeric value that we can read and understand as a number, that we have not done anything for the true ending, we are not going to have access to time dilate. But then we can go if the global.true ending becomes time dilate or is time dilate. No, you're good, baby. Don't worry. I love you. Bye-bye, Brittany. Bye, cutie. I love you. Then if the global.true ending value is time dilate, then you can go instance destroy object locked and instead create object dilate. And so we can see this. I love you too, Mrs. Prism. You're my favorite. I'm going to give you a big hug when you get home. So right now it's locked. So right now this option is being drawn because our true ending value is 0. Our true ending value is you do not have anything for the true ending. And therefore enum value represented as 0. So then when we click this button right here, the left press actually says, and we'll pull that up too. Go to rooms, go to test room 1, go to this object, edit object. And then right here under the left press, so it's inheriting the event from the parent, but right here it goes global.trueEnding equals trueEnding.timeline. One equal sign means you are setting the value. 2 equals is going, we're checking this value, but 1 equals is going, no, you pressed left on this option, you have now unlocked time dilate. So when we go back into the game with that, understanding that now, so right now, as a global value, the global variable, it has been set. As soon as the game starts, true ending equals none. True ending equals 0. Start adventure, still 0, so this is locked. Attack the storm, value now became 1, but we are on a different screen. We are on test room 2, not test room 1. We press this, I intentionally set it to loop us back to the main room without resetting the value. So we are now still at a value of 1. We are still at the true ending time dilate value. So when we start adventure, now you can see time dilate placeholder has appeared. And now we can time dilate whenever we want. But the code isn't correctly set up yet, so. Thank you for that suggestion, Jonas. I'm going to dissect that later and turn that into a fun little YouTube short of like, yo, boys, let's learn about enums. Enum. Okay, but enough of that. We're half an hour in and we have not made any actual progress on what I want to make progress on, but that's okay. We got a bunch of fun, like, chalkboard drawings and stuff. Wait, this would be really good for, hold on. I'm going to save this real quick. This would be really good for, like, my Instagram. There we go. Now I'm just going to go punch that out on Discord real quick. Work in progress. Thank you. You always have to be looking for content, guys. It's hiding around every corner. Okay, so can I edit all of this? Because I want to get all this stuff out of here now. I just wanted to make a point to you guys about enums. There you go, dude. I got you. Okay. So I think what we're doing now, as far as the options go. Okay, save that. So the first option here is going to be you can collaborate. This option here is going to be study. You know, like study with books. So I'll be like study books. There we go. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. We're getting there, dude. And then this option will be field study. And that'll be for the ruins. So then, what else did I have here? So if you go down field study. Ooh. Okay, so that could work. I'm trying to figure out how I want to start weaving stuff together too without it becoming a huge hot mess, because one thing that I really liked about the cloud, I know I talked about this on stream at one point. If you guys don't remember, it's just a choose your own adventure game about a cloud that comes to town. It starts raining and it turns a singular person into a zombie and causes like murder and shit. And one thing that the game does really well is a lot of its choices actually weave into its other endings. So it is very cohesive. It's very spherical about how it can play and pull into itself. And I really like that. And I think I want to do that with mine. Because, like, for example, if you don't go down the collab path, you can go check and see Anther, your elder. You can go look for Allium, or you can go look for Maythorn. And if you look for Maythorn, it takes you to the apothecary, right? So what I could do here is with field study, I was going to do an option where it's like, do you want to go solo or do you want to bring friends? And so it's like, if you bring friends, I could have it that it automatically takes you to the Maythorn part of the, hey, turtle. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate you. Oh, by the way, you guys should know this. I think it's this month or next month. Thanks to you guys, I get another like $60 for the game budget. And that will probably pay for our platformer game that we're also going to try to produce. Because, again, I want to try producing all my games on Steam so I can eventually do, like, a fun collection of games. Nada, man. We're just talking about story right now. So let's work on this, yeah? So let's go... So for collab, we've got... Go talk to Anther, who's the elder. Right? And then we've got Maythorn. Kind of screwed up that A. Or you can go talk to Allium, right? So we got all that figured out. And then studying the books is one that I'm kind of a little bit stuck on. Ooh, eraser, what is that? Get out of here. No! Where did it go? Oh no, I closed it. Isn't that tragic? Oh my god. That was terrible. Oh well, that's fine. I knew where I was at, so. Books. Field study. I can't believe I just did that. I was like this, and then I just ruined all that, like, 30 seconds of progress. So we'll put Anther up here. But you know what we'll do, too? We'll do locked paths in red. That'll be really good. Oh, dude, I just thought of an amazing thing. Hold on 1 second. Okay, close that. We should do one right here. Or should it overwrite a path? Maybe it overwrites a path. I love that. Okay. Oh, and I need to draw the dilate as well. Because, like, when you... So after you unlock dilating, you always start up here, and then it moves you into here. But then there's also, you can dilate to here, and then there's there, but then there's here for an ending. Okay, so that's good. I gotta make sure I'm leaving enough room for all the text and stuff, though, so. Origin. Turtle, how have you been? How's your stuff going? Okay, so we'll save that so far. And then can I drag this down? Oh, thank God I can. Thank you. Okay, this is going to make this so much easier. Now we can resume editing the drawing. Okay. So now I'm going to take an eraser and we're going to clean this up a little bit. Yes. Oh, are you guys ready? We're about to rock and roll this so hard. Okay, so we'll go like this. Put it up here. And we'll call this dilate. Right, so this is where you always dilate back to. And then again, you can dilate again. And then you can just choose to stop dilating. Or you can dilate again. There we go. Okay. So we got all that figured out now. So everything will basically, like, you know, it's like dilate always ends up with you coming back right here. Boop. Oh, that's a horrible arrow. What the hell? We'll just keep doing our single digit arrows. Okay, cool. So we've got that all figured out. What do we want to do? Oh, and then there's the... do it right here. Or no, it's not there. It's right here. Okay. All right, so far so good. I'm really liking how this is turning out. We have plenty of room to expand this. This is awesome. Okay, so... So, got Maythorn, we got Anther, then we've got, like, do it like this at an angle so we leave ourselves some room. So we've got, like, time dilation. Okay. All right. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I just needed to take a moment to, like, use the restroom. So we'll angle this one a little bit more this way for... Okay, so... I wonder how I end up expanding the room. Because, like, so collab with Maythorn. I'm deciding how I want to do this. Because I like this, because it's like time dilation, password. And then that expands the story, and then he tells you where to go off that. So it's like... so from this... enum... if enum equals 1... and then Password is... Oh, wait, then... Hey, Pix, how are you? Oh, thank you. I would like a hydration. Oh my god, now that I've got Pix and Jonas here, I need to talk to you guys about something. It was really, really, really funny. So I was doing editing for the Gravity Circuit last night, and do you guys remember that boss in the graveyard level, the Necromancer level? The big guy with the fist that kept like smashing me. I went through and I took like 5 or 6 of the deaths, and I made a small smash cut in the middle of the video where it's like, I was like, you know what, this extra health, I don't think it's gonna help. I think we're gonna, and then I literally took like 5 or 6 clips of the boss just killing me in rapid succession. It was so damn funny. I did the same thing with Patch too, and I was like, I can't have Tricky have the last laugh, and then I went through the door, and it just goes to like 5 different scenes of like a monster coming out of the ground and killing me, Patch throwing a vial across the room and killing me. It was so I was laughing so hard. I was like, dude, this video is gonna slap so hard. I do think I'm gonna do Ray and Crash though as one solid video though.